Hi everybody, welcome back to Kent's Cooking. Today I'm going to show you how to make this very easy low fat banana bread. It's the lowest fat banana bread that you'll probably ever make. I've got some health concerns at the moment and I need to stick to a low fat diet, so I'm busily looking for low fat recipes. And obviously I'm addicted to cake, so I need to find some that I can eat. So this recipe is going to make 2 loaves. I can never understand the point of putting your oven on just to make 1 loaf. So you'll need to line 2 loaf pans, and you can actually buy these loaf pan liners in the shop so that it makes it easier for when you take it removing your cake out. So I'm going to make 1 for myself and give 1 as a gift. And this morning I noticed that the bananas were going very brown that I'd got left, and this is a perfect time to use them because this is when they're full of flavour. So I've peeled them, put them into a large bowl, and I'm going to mash these bananas up now just with a fork. So when your bananas are all mashed up, they should look like this. Next, add into the mixture 2 eggs. Now to make this even more low fat, you could add in 4 egg whites, but I'm more concerned about really bad fats like saturated fats. So I'm going to add in 2 whole eggs. Next, add in 1 cup of 0% fat Greek yoghurt. So I've chosen to use this one, Liberty yoghurt, and as you can see it has got 0% fat, so that goes in next. 1 cup is 240 mils, so in that goes with the eggs. And I'm not using butter in this recipe, I'm going to use vegetable oil. You'll need half a cup of that, which is 120 mils, or you could use a light olive oil in the recipe as well, but just make sure it's light because a normal olive oil might give the cake an odd taste. So I'm using half a cup, that goes into 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract goes in. And now give all of your wet ingredients a good mix just with a whisk. You could use a stand mixer for this, but I can never understand the point of getting it out to wash it, so just use a whisk. Next, in a sieve, when you've mixed all the wet mixture together, in a sieve over the top of the bowl, add in 360 grams or 3 cups of plain flour, 2 teaspoons of bicarbonate of soda and 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and just sift them into the mixture. Then I always sift these through as well. 1.5 cups or 330 grams of light brown sugar and 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. Again, just sift it through. It just makes sure there's no lumps in the brown sugar, then makes the cake a bit lighter. So once all your dry ingredients are on top of your wet ingredients, go back in with your whisk and just give this a thorough mixing until everything's combined. This part is optional, but next you can add in 100 grams, which is about 1 cup of pecan nuts, or whichever kind of nuts you want to use. You could use walnuts because obviously banana nut bread's really nice, or you could use 100 grams of little chocolate chips if you wanted to. So just cut these pecan nuts up and then put those into the mixture. That's the mixture when it's been slightly whisked, just until everything's combined. Don't over whisk it, else you'll end up with a tough bread. So once the nut of your choice or your chocolate chips is stirred in, I always switch to a spatula at this point just to make sure that everything's completely incorporated from the bottom of the bowl. Then you transfer it into your loaf pans. So these bake in a 350 Fahrenheit, which is American temperatures, or 150 Celsius if you've got a fan assisted oven, or 170 Celsius if you haven't. I always just put these on another baking tray in the oven and they should bake for about 40 to 50 minutes. I always try and make sure when I'm doing 2 that a similar amount of mixture is in both pans so they cook at the same time. I'm not OCD with it, I don't start weighing the mixture, but I just eyeball it to make sure that it's a similar amount. I'll show you what these look like when they come out of the oven. So it should be about 40 to 50 minutes. And really you need to preheat your oven before you start baking these. So make sure at the start of this you preheat your oven. So take them out of the oven when they're done. After about 40 minutes they weren't quite done, so I covered these with some tin foil. They probably could have done with being covered sooner because they are quite brown on the top, but just take them out of the pans because they're in these already done liners and just put them on a wire rack to cool. The low fat banana bread turned out wonderfully. You can see it's very moist. It's got a lovely crusty top to it, and there's a really good distribution of nuts throughout the bread as well. And obviously it's low fat, so it's perfect for anybody who's on that kind of diet. So I hope you give this a try. The recipe is going to be in the description box below, and also if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Like the video, press the subscribe button. There's also a bell which would notify you when I upload any more videos, because I'm going to be doing several more low fat recipes. So check out this recipe, hope you make it, and Happy New Year. Bye.